We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the AT&T Center in Sep. And David,
well, guys,
DA, you can see that influence. Great stuff. Thanks for the report. Very little locked in at this point, Brent, but sometimes it feels like the best teams are just waiting for the playoffs to begin.
Well, there's always this idea about building up for the playoffs, and I think over the past 5 or 6 seasons, most of the talk that we have is about those teams being as healthy as they possibly can be. And I think that's the time in the season we're at now, Kevin. Make sure that everybody is 100% ready to go. Guys feel ready to go once the end of the regular season comes.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron James is out there with Thompson. Then there's Jay. Then it's Ball. And it's Kuzma in at the 5. And Thompson kicks to Finley. Passes the ball. Down low.
And you have to have appreciation for Ball's passing skills. I mean, he just sees the floor beautifully, easily working the ball over to open teammates.
Pass to Aldridge. Inside. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Aldridge.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
And Ball has tremendous confidence in that shot. As soon as the pass hits his hand, he's ready to pull up.
DeRozan finds Young. Back to DeRozan. 6 on the shot clock. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Nailed from three-point land. Young's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. From deep and out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at Phoenix. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when you look at the Lakers, they continue to obliterate expectations because they found a way to get the most out of the guys on this roster.
9 feet out. The offensive rebound. Aldridge lays it up off the glass. Aldridge has got his first basket of the night.
High-level offensive rebounder. Aldridge has the wingspan and timing to get to those.
Finley the pass to Kuzma. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Murray outside. DeRozan in the corner. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
All right, a chance to take a look at some stats for Murray. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so, putting up about 10 points a night, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. And impressive numbers, no doubt. It's the kind of run we've come to expect from him.
Synergy, all elements right now working together, and the game is coming so easy right now.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. It's deflected. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. Now the pass to Finley. Floats it up for James. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Yeah, LeBron on the alley-oop. Great getting loose on the backside, and what a pass.
Thompson against DeRozan. Young taking his time here. Back to DeRozan. He kicks it to Aldridge. 5 to shoot. Over Finley. Aldridge, no luck. Last game for the Lakers, they picked up the W against Charlotte.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
Well, it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
And Greg, what else is there to say about LeBron, one of the best to ever play the game?
I mean, he's been the face of the league for so long, and he's done a tremendous justice to that title. Has always played with so many expectations and really has met every single one of them. It's a once-in-a-lifetime chance to see a guy like LeBron in the NBA, and he's truly been a generational talent.
When a guy is capable of so many things like that on the offensive end, anytime you lose sight of him, he's got a huge advantage.
And the foul called on Marcus Young. That is his first foul of the game. Finley, he had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass the ball.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. That one goes. Count it. DeRozan's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, the awareness of Young, just demonstrating that he's capable of spotting the open man.
Finley the pass to Kuzma. Going on him, and he makes the easy one.
And the story here, Kevin, early on, is how well they've shot the basketball.
DeRozan in the corner. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against Oklahoma City. Finley drains it from beyond the arc.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Now, here is Young, guarded closely. Kicks it to Murray. Here's the 3, and it's Young. That time on the assist by Murray. 8 points for Marcus Young.
Oh, a little punch, counter punch action. Neither side flinching here.
Yeah, both sides trying to keep up with one another, but doing it from distance.
In the corner, Murray with it. Stolen by Ball. Here's Finley, defended by Young. Now Finley. He's got 7. Thompson inside the line, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Thompson's got his first points in this one. Murray surveying the D. Inside. Here's Aldridge, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Let's use this break to look at the teams that over the past month have been tremendous at converting turnovers into points. The Lakers, number 1.
They're taking advantage of every mistake that their opponents are making. I mean, they're really converting points off those turnovers.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Ball comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Walker subbed in for DeJounte Murray. To the inside. LeBron kicks to Finley. And Young comes over to help. Thompson from long range. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Well, looking to shoot immediately off the pass, and I don't think he even felt the leather that time.
Here's DeRozan. Basket good. DeRozan's got 9 points.
Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
And Finley gets it to go.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Let's talk about team defense, Brent. To develop trust, it seems like guys have got to communicate on the floor.
I talk to my friends often who ask me about playing an NBA game and playing defense. They first start with saying that I didn't play any, but the second thing we get to, Kevin, is talking about really how intricate good defenses can be. You talk about communication, that's one thing, but throughout the course of the season, you build so much sweat equity on defense and trust by knowing that somebody's going to be behind you, hearing that voice consistently, but positions on the floor where you almost develop play sense as a defensive team. Now, when you reach that level, that's the upper echelon, but that's when it really gets fun to be down on that end, to shut a team down, to keep a crowd quiet. Defense always begins with great communication.
So many things, rotations and playing angles, and having the guy in back, you know what you can do well, what you can't do well if you're ahead of him.
Well, that, Kevin, and also great teams who are adaptable to make changes on the fly. All of a sudden, a dead ball, coach calls out a different coverage. You want to mess up the team's rhythm on the other end, and five guys, they snap to it and can carry out that defensive assignment in one play call. That's great defense.
Lakers leading by 11. From deep three-point range. Off the mark, only his second miss in 7 attempts. Inside, and stolen by James. Ingram outside. Passes it to James. Lakers passing it around. Here's Hart. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And the Lakers lead by 13.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
Doubled by Finley. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And the Spurs with possession. And here are the Lakers. They're on a 16-7 run. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Yeah, it's funny how you see so many picks, but this one sets up the defense well. No one rotates over. Bang.
Gortat's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Now here's Mills. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Pass to Walsh. Shoots the three, and it's Patty Mills with the three.
For all the strides he's made in other parts of his game, Mills remains at his heart a dead-eye three-point shooter.
Here's Finley, here's LeBron, and James throws it down.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Yeah, you can credit the play calling. Nothing really fancy, just imposing their will on the inside.
The pass to Walsh. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's his first foul. Ball with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Spurs shooting their first free throws of this game. And the first one at the line is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. This Laker team led by LeBron didn't need a lot of time to adjust to one another. Greg, a great start to the season for them.
You would think with all the youth and the vets, they would need some time to gel. Team has got off to a hot start, though, and their focus has been terrific. Not a surprise LeBron has everyone falling in line.
Oh! Los Angeles leading by 10. There's a minute 34 left in the first quarter of the game. Harris is checked in for the Lakers. Here's Finley, covered by Mills. And Finley gets it to go. Finley's got 17.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
And he trims the lead to single digits.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond. They are just killing them on the interior.
Spurs trail by 11. 58 seconds left in the first quarter. Cobb and the Spurs scoring again.
Well, there's a couple things that Patty is working on to be a better player in this league, and finding the open man is one of them.
Here's Finley. He's got 19. The dish to Harris. To the paint. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Walker the pass to Cobb. Finley with the rebound.
Like the tactics on defense there, refusing to give the shooter the easy layup at the rim.
Offensive rebound. Here's Ingram. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. And the Lakers lead by
tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
Thanks for checking in, D.A. He was phenomenal for them in that game. It was fun to watch.
And not just fun for us, but it had to be fun for him as well. Everything was working, and he just seemed to enjoy and embrace every minute of it.
And I love having fun, but fun comes at a cost, and that cost is work and effort. So let's not get too far away from that tonight. He was a workhorse in this one.
Yep, it counts. Oh, just a 2-point Laker lead.
And that's about as easy as it gets. Not many guys are going to blow wide open layups at the professional level like that.
LeBron, good.
Well, defensively, that's what you're trying to prevent, and LeBron James is too good.
Murray, the pass to Cobb. Young from outside. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
And he nails it. The 3-pointer falls from Finley. Finley's got 24 points.
First 3 of the quarter and third overall, guys. The defense might want to step up just a little bit on him from this point on.
Brent, for as long as Coach Popovich has been at the top of this game, what really is there left to say?
I don't think there's much more you say on the professional level, but there's a lot to be said about the compassion and the things that Pop has done on a personal level for years behind the scenes, championing guys on his staff, supporting not only current players but former players on his team. The interesting thing for Pop the last couple of years is just how outspoken he's been in terms of the equality, not just around the NBA, but around our nation, and some of the statements he's made that have garnered a lot of political attention. Greg Popovich not afraid to express some of the things that maybe deep down we all believe in.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Down low, here's Young, and it's slammed in by Young.
Just tremendous concentration from Young, an experienced guy who knows how to absorb the contact.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
To the middle, Young with the steal. DeRozan surveying the D. To the inside, and Young kicks the ball. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Good decision to kick the ball out as the defense collapsed.
And the Lakers call time here. We've heard Coach Steve Kerr say the power forward position, as we knew it, is disappearing. You could say that maybe about the center position, too.
I don't want to say that about the center position. What I want to tell you, Kevin, in my humble opinion, is that the center position has changed.
It's evolved.
So, yeah, I don't want to say that it's just disappeared, because there are players out there that are playing that position and doing a lot of the things that you would qualify as center-centric, screening, going down to the block, rim running to the post, being an option down low. But it's definitely changed.
But now we're seeing him go out and defend smaller guys in the perimeter, taking threes, and that's what's weird for your eyes to just kind of absorb what's going on.
Well, it's weird to absorb not only that and what those players individually are asked to do, but when you're at a game and you're sitting in the stands and all of a sudden you see 5 guys that are outside the three-point line. I mean, go back to the game in the 80s. It's the exact opposite. It was like, a bunch of ants on top of a lost candy bar sitting in the lane, gnawing at one another.
Right.
It's just changed. So the center position not disappeared, just changed.
And they got to bring the double team on it.
The Lakers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Brett, of course, you won a championship with the Spurs back in 2005 and 2007. Talk about the differences between those 2 teams.
Well, the similarities are more what I would go with, Kevin. 2005, it was a year where we leaned on Timmy a ton to beat a very physical, rough and rugged Pistons team who had won 6 Eastern Conference Finals. Maybe Manu Ginobili was the MVP of that series, by the way. And in 2007, the younger guys had grown up. We beat the Cavs 4-0, and that was LeBron James just putting on a show to get into the Eastern Conference Finals, beating that same Detroit team. Well, the O looks unstoppable tonight, especially because of that guy. He's just torching them.
DeRozan against Kuzma. Back to Young. Outside for Murray. Knocked loose. Shot clock at 6. Back to Young. San Antonio again missing from deep three-point range, and another 3 for the Lakers.
I mean, it looks simple, but LeBron makes it look that way, Kevin.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for San Antonio, trailing by 13. The Lakers beat them last time when these 2 teams met in Los Angeles.
And I think they can hold their heads high from that performance, despite the final score being what it was.
Now, that is a very difficult building to play in, and they really put up a good fight. If the roles were reversed and they were the home team in that one, I think the result might have been a bit different.
To the inside, stolen by Thompson. Finley, the pass to LeBron.
Okay.
That's how you attack. Wow.
Sometimes LeBron just likes to take it all out on the rim, that time on display.
Here's Finley. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 4 assists in the game.
And they've just been so comfortable at both ends of the floor. I mean, you'd almost think they're playing at home.
Well, the crowd got in here tonight and sat down, and that's where they stayed all night long, extremely poised, which has led to a monster lead.
And so it's Los Angeles taking a 19-point lead into the break. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
And how about that? Already through two quarters and some change. He's got a double-double.
Well, it's an impressive performance thus far, but it goes beyond just his ability. Right now, he's just simply outworking the opponent.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at the Lakers. They've got Kyle Kuzma all out there with Jay, and there's Klay Thompson, and it's LeBron in a power forward position. Pass the ball. Lakers passing it around. Young with the steal. Murray right side. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Kuzma can't get it to go.
And listen, you can't design a play any better to get a look that good. Just couldn't knock it down.
The best players know that is going to happen, and you just can't let it get into your head. It's a shot that you want to take.
Here's Finley, defended by Young. It's good. Finley's got 47 points.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And Young kicks to Murray. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Murray's got 5 points so far.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, it's like 4 teenagers at home over the summer, just not enough activity. You've gotten your rest. It's time to man up.
And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. And Young with the basket on the assist by Murray. Murray's got 3 assists in the game. Finley the pass the ball. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And Thompson gets it to go. Thompson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, you want to push Klay into those areas, and it's a little bit deflating when he starts to make perimeter jump shots more towards the inside.
Walker's checked in for San Antonio. Here's Aldridge. And that one is good. 8 points for him.
There's such a threat to score from mid-range, but on the inside can do some damage as well.
Finley the pass to James. And the dunk by James.
The execution on point. Just terrific timing on these passes.
I really like the idea that his teammates are waiting until he's in great spots to finish off the possessions. Everything's working.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And one thing they'll discuss are the defensive rotations. The other is in the matchup.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective. Now just look at the list of career accomplishments by LBJ. To me, the best small forward that's ever played this game, and on the short list of the best player to ever lace him up.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, Kyle Kuzma had a tough upbringing in Flint, Michigan. He said they had the recession, lead in the water. It was like an urban war zone. We probably moved 14 times before I was 16. Basketball was my key. His drive to succeed in the NBA was born of a desire to escape that environment. Kevin?
A tremendous work ethic, David. Thank you. Brent, with LeBron being one of the all-time greats, he is certainly the greatest player of this generation, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Ever since he came into the league, I mean, there's just been, in my opinion, no missteps whatsoever. He's handled himself on the floor with an incredible determination to prove that, Kevin. All the hype, all the anticipation, he's lived up to it about tenfold.
There's just no stopping Young when he's hitting like this. The basket just seems as big as the ocean to him.
Finley the pass the ball. Inside, up again. Again, what an avalanche.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Swiped away, and it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Finley, sinks it. What range from outside, wow. Finley's got 55.
Just don't touch him right now, okay? You're gonna burn yourself. The guy is on fire.
And they double up DeRozan, and James picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. There's no longer a home and road designation as far as light and dark jerseys. Is that an issue at all? I mean,
not really. It's a little off-putting some games where you just flip on and your
trying
brain's
to figure out where the exactly.
Where's this game being played?
Yes.
But with how many alternate jerseys last year teams had and specialty jerseys they had, it's a lot of fun to see the apparel companies paint a different picture on the floor.
The Lakers have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. San Antonio making a switch here. Caboclo's checked in. And the Lakers also making a switch. Harris has checked in for Lonzo Ball. Mills finds Walker. And the Spurs scoring again.
Largely a shoot-first guy, but Mills does have solid court vision and passing ability, which you saw right there.
Here's Finley. Good! Another from 3. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that three-point shot.
Walker the pass to Cobb. Now Mills. He has 6. Spurs passing it around. Shot's good by Walker.
A little tit-for-tat action going on the back-to-back trades.
Yeah, a little gamesmanship from range could force both defenses to maybe extend out a little further.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
He dishes it to Mills. Here's Caboclo. Outside, Walker. Pocket 6. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. James has got his 8th rebound here tonight. And Finley gets it to go.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
And it's Mills with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. And following this one, they'll take on the Hornets in New Orleans.
and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
He keeps finding great shots out there, and the opportunities are turning up roses.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting. Take a look at Finley.
And that's right where you'd expect him to be, given the performances we've seen from him this season.
And it seems like the anticipation just continues to build each year around this time of the season. Gonna be a fantastic weekend. To the paint. And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Young outside. Passes it to Terrell. Here's Sherman. No good again that time.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Finley the pass to Zubac. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. One thing I like about Adam Silver, he is always looking to break new ground, push the envelopes, and develop new areas of innovation.
Well, always forward thinking, and of course this league has always done that.
Take
Adam
a break.
has
Take a break.
found a new
Two
position
shots.
in the league, having a chief innovation officer in place, somebody that's always examining not only how things are going in the league and maybe being adaptable to change, but examining what's going on worldwide. And you always see the way the league tinkers with and toys with Summer League and the way the G League competition sets up in order to try to find more ways to make the game more enjoyable or more accessible to the fan base.
Poked loose. Down low. Lays it up off the glass.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And here they come. High arcing shot, and that's 2 points on the layup.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pass to Terrell. Sherman, Gortat covering. Zubac kicks to Finley. Bonga. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Saturday, they'll continue the road trip, heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks. Then on Sunday, they'll go up against the Magic in Orlando.
And looking at that Nets matchup, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Here's Sherman, and it's good, 2 points.
And sinking that one, he ends a 14-0 run by Los Angeles.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. And Finley gets it to go.
I mean, this guy is unreal. What a show.
Back to Young. Lets it go from deep. Rebound the Lakers.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Ingram passes to Finley. Well, Brent, we're seeing the Hack-a-Shack targets improve their free throw shooting. Rules changes might curb the strategy, though, going forward.
Well, it's been nice to see that NBA players have worked on a weakness of theirs, free throw shooting in particular, to be better and be somebody who can stay on the floor to impact your team's winning. We saw that last year, Andre Drummond being a prime example. The other thing, Kevin, that we've seen too is coaches having to implement strategies, not just to do the hacking, but in terms of their substitutions and who's on the floor. So interesting thought processes from both ends, but mostly go shoot some free throws, guys.
Yeah, practice.
Practice.
To the inside. Here's Terrell. And he uses the glass on the layup. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Here's Finley. And again,
shooting free throws here. Do you see a lot of player tampering right now in the NBA?
Well, how do you define it, Kevin?
Well, if a player wants to go out and recruit other players that may be under contract with another team.
I see that a lot then, Kevin. I mean, it happens all the time. Players talking about what are you thinking about doing and about, wow, don't you think this would be great if we could get together on the floor in 2021? Let's try to.
But management doing it is a completely different animal.
Management cannot do it, although some teams have walked that tightrope a little bit to the point where they've fallen off in recent years. But the idea of players not ever talking to one another about the potential of being together,
come on,
it's always happened.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Wing shot on the way. Here's Gortat, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Pass to Caboclo. Back to Mills. Banked in off the glass.
And there's that quickness. Mills trying to do a better job of attacking inside these days.
Here's Finley. Gortat, the pass to Finley. Out left to the wing. Ingram outside. 6 on the shot clock. Now Finley, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
Well, tonight his pinpoint accuracy.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
And welcome back to the studio here on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal.
This is Shaq. Another.
And that'll wrap.
Thanks, man. See ya.
Instrumentals.com. I am James Bates.
OpenMindsEntertainment.com. brought to you by Shadowfield.com, where musicians get beats.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. We'll see Los Angeles and San Francisco. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. Davis with it. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
A heck of a talent. AD can score, score, score. And he's comfortable handling the basketball. Last season, Anthony Davis took his defensive game to just another level. He was always a good defender, but he's starting to become dominant. With his quickness and length, he's just a menace on that end.
San Francisco shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And out of bounds as San Francisco gains possession.
An unforced error. I'm not sure what was he thinking.
Kicks it out to Markkanen. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. And for his efforts on defense, Davis was in the running for Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, Anthony got some votes, and he might get even more this year. The man had a triple-double with blocks last season. He's the kind of player that makes everyone hear footsteps when he's on the floor.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Now here's Harden. Out to Kuzma. Lillard outside. Back to Kuzma. And again it's San Francisco with a three.
Oh, great ball movement there.
They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes. And that's from beyond, guys, right back at you.
This is looking more like an all-star game right now. Everyone launching from range.
Lets it go from the wing. LeBron James on the wing. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Yeah, 3 for 4 now. I like the pace for them on offense.
Pass to Kuzma. Back to Lillard. San Francisco passing it around. That shot is off. Great tee that time from Davis. 18 feet out. Shaq with it. And it's Harden picking him up. Shaq can't get it to go.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Love the aggressiveness. Kawhi, very active, very focused on the job at hand.
Now here's Johnson. Pass to James. Inside, O'Neal. Got a piece of it.
Markkanen with the nice block shot. His size has been a factor in this game.
And this is what he gives you, the ability to contest the shot without foul.
Perimeter defense at a premium these days. You see the value in this kind of effort.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Now, here's Markkanen. Lillard looking around. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point range. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. And it's Johnson penetrating. Doesn't go for it. And it's San Francisco the other way. To the wing right side. Three-pointer, Lillard.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And the basket by Johnson.
Unselfish play by Davis. He understands that his scoring can only take this team so far. He needs help from the guys around him.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
That was just a textbook pick that allowed him room, and he took advantage of it.
And it's Bryant missing. It's stolen by Bryant. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
High above the rim. Not many guys have that kind of length and vertical. AD, one of the few.
In the corner, it's Harris. And the 3 off target. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 12-4 run right now. And it's slammed in by Davis.
What a beautiful play, and it was great timing. Then the athletic finish by AD.
And Kobe throws it down hard.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful...
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Los Angeles on top, ending the first quarter with a massive 16-4 run. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
No, right off the tip, it was an ambush, pushing the pace every chance they got.
Elbow shot. Again, Los Angeles.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
Back to Wade. Over Harden. The shot by Wade, no good.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
Outside Pippen. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen. Abdul-Jabbar's got his first basket.
Man, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Here is Verija. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. Stolen by Harden. Here, look at that jam.
Nice.
I mean, just beautiful.
I totally agree. When you're that long and that athletic, I'll tell you, KD has the ability to put a little extra on it.
No good from Wade. Los Angeles leading by 9.
OpenMindsEntertainment.com.
Now here's Durant. Clock at 4. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. And now it's an 11-point Los Angeles lead. It'll be San Francisco with their first time out of the game here.
Kevin Durant last season becoming the second youngest player in NBA history to score 20,000 career points, trailing only LeBron James. That's elite company.
And so it's San Francisco with it. Down low. Can they get it? And Markkanen throws it down.
He's a deadly shot maker after setting the pick. Markkanen can roll to the cup or pop out for the jumper.
Outside, George. Over Harris. And the dunk by Abdul-Jabbar.
And not much you can do defensively once Kareem gets the ball in that close. Too much height, too much talent.
It's Harden with the drive. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
And with James Harden winning the MVP in 2018, Russell Westbrook in 2017, Kevin Durant in 2014, you think a few what-ifs right now in Oklahoma City?
A few, more than that, Kevin. I mean, probably tough for them all to win MVP playing on one team. A good shot at a different trophy, though, maybe. The one that starts with the name of Larry.
It's a luxury to have a big man who can shoot free throws this way.
Pass to Kuzma. Now here's Harden. And here is Markkanen. Kicks it out to Harden. Back to Markkanen. And Leonard has it in the corner. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Leonard's got 5 now.
Off the catch, Leonard with the quick trigger. Nothing but money.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Paul George, a terrific two-way player, an all-star, an all-NBA performer, and multiple all-defense selections.
And Paul George has made it a goal to win Defensive Player of the Year.
I mean, he's got tremendous length and quickness, but really his pride at that end of the floor might matter even more. And he just takes great pride in being a complete player.
This is why you like to get him touches. He makes things happen.
And a deep 3 from Harden. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And that's from beyond, guys, right back at you.
This is looking more like an all-star game right now. Everyone launching from range.
Durant for 3. Buries it from 3-point range. He's got 7.
It's amazing. He is on fire here in the second period after going scoreless in the first.
It's Harden with the drive. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to go on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. San Francisco shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. And James Harden was crowned MVP after last season. Greg, hard to argue with that selection.
Harden has had a case to win an MVP award for several years now. Finally was able to be the clear choice this past season. Another great line on what is shaping up to be a Hall-worthy resume.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, and those illegal screens have really become a point of emphasis for the officials.
Yeah, so many of these can go either way. Very difficult for the screener to stay 100% motionless.
The deep 3 from Durant. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
One of the more unblockable shots in the NBA. Durant, a near 7-footer out there with a quick release.
Yeah, and even with his range, that one might be asking a little.
Got the shot! He
Just
got it!
no better feeling to be able to.
And
OpenMindsEntertainment.com.
Hi, and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. We'll see Atlanta facing Los Angeles. So Atlanta will get the first possession. Pass to Olajuwon. And then Olajuwon with the dunk.
And the insane peripheral vision there. If anyone's open, even for an instant, Magic's gonna find you.
Now here's Johnson. Inside. The shot, no good. Good D by Olajuwon. Now here's Ginobili. And Kuzma has it in the corner. A three-pointer off the mark. And here's Los Angeles. James wide open. And too long on the shot. Irving for three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Bryant looking over the floor. Down low. Davis with it. Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, the offense got him the ball in exactly the position they wanted. That's just better defense.
Pass to Kuzma. Here's Irving. Sinks that one from the post. Irving's got his first 2 points.
And I tell you what, few forwards have ever had that lightning first step of Dr. J. He just takes away the angles of the defense.
They get it again. LeBron's shot is good.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter.
And with everything that Anthony Davis does on offense, it's just mind-boggling. His scoring inside and out, the percentages, he does it all. He is undoubtedly one of the best big men in the league, and many would argue he is the best in the NBA.
And here is Johnson following the three-pointer by Anthony Davis. Pass to Olajuwon. And again, it's Atlanta.
And that's the rub. I mean, as good as Olajuwon is on the blocks, he can be equally as effective from mid-range.
Now Ginobili. After Magic Johnson's three-pointer that didn't go. Here's Johnson. Olajuwon. No good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Now James. And stolen by Irving. Inside. Kicks it out to Johnson. Nice shot from the wing.
Proving once again that he can flat out do it all. Magic phenomenal at creating off the dribble, this time burning the defense with the catch and fire.
Here's Johnson. And Magic Johnson with the slam.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up a dunk.
You know, that's why we say move without the basketball. You'll be rewarded.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
And obviously makes him very difficult to defend because he can fly right over you.
And taken away by Johnson for the finish. And Magic Johnson with the slam.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Now, here is Olajuwon. Here's LeBron. And James throws it down.
Now, if you're going to step in front of LeBron James, we're going to question your sanity. Just a freak of nature.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
No, I didn't either. I thought his feet were moving. It was close, but he was still sliding in just a bit.
Now here's Bryant. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Six on the shot clock. Puts it up from 17. Unable to get that one. Here's Pippen. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
Not at all. Every time they get the ball, they're looking to burn the defense in transition.
Here's Harden. It's George on the wing. Clock at 6. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
Kevin, this is a case where it's just the pure strength of Paul George, able to fight through contact so well on these shots.
Paul George is so versatile, Doris. He could play in any system, don't you think?
Oh, I completely concur, Kevin. This is a man who can create offense with the ball in his hands. In a secondary role, we know he can be a knockdown shooter, and we're talking about an elite NBA defender. So any team in the league could use a player like PG.
And not much you can do defensively once Kareem gets the ball in that close. Too much height, too much talent.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Griffin. Over Harden. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Griffin's got his first points in this one.
And just the sheer power of Griffin, one of the best finishers in the league after contact.
Here's George. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And Paul George, the league leader in steals and deflections in 2018.
And Frank Vogel, who coached him at Indiana, said he always thought PG had Allen Iverson's instincts in Scottie Pippen's body. He's talented enough to disrupt without gambling.
Free throw good, Paul George.
Well, I don't know that when he was selected 10th overall back in 2010, that the casual fan understood that Paul George would become one of the most effective two-way players in the NBA, but he's done just that.
Shots good by Williams.
White chocolate, young fella just brings it from deep.
From deep, Harden. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. And the jam by Harden.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Williams attacking. To the middle. Here's George. Here's Pippen. Good work defensively by Pippen.
Affecting the shot in a big way there. Excellent defense.
Well, you talk about getting into the space of the shooter. This is how you defend the paint. Boy, Kev, I love his game. He can hurt you in so many different ways.
Pass to Finley. Wide open. That shot misses. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And here's Pippen. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. It's Pippen with the drive. It's rebounded by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Durant for 3. Nailed from three-point land. And it's a 10-point Los Angeles lead.
Kevin Durant is a threat to shoot it as soon as the ball hits his hands. This guy incredible, relentless as a scorer.
To the middle. Here's Pippen. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, and Pippen using those long arms inside to get shots off. Feels like no one can guard him down low. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
We've got 1:13 left to play here in the half. Harden, no good. Atlanta trails by 10. To the paint. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to go on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
And then, Kevin, we see Paul George just understands how to use his length and his size. He is such a tough cover close to the basket. Boy, his free throw shooting has been on the mark tonight. Nothing new there, right?
And George, here we go. The wide open look for Durant. Drills the three-pointer. Durant's got a pair of triples in the second now for Los Angeles. Pass to Griffin. The fader. Yes, that goes in. Griffin's got 4 points in the quarter.
It was all about his athleticism when Griffin first came into the league, but it didn't take long to see he was about a lot more than that. He's got serious skills down low.
Now here's Durant. 8 points for him. Clock at 4. There's the three. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Here's Finley. Over George. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Here is Arenas. To the paint. Abdul-Jabbar. And the dunk by Abdul-Jabbar.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Down low. Back to Olajuwon. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
it.